Well, greetings. I'm Michael.
And I'm Carol.
And this is
What the Scale.
Well, we've been spending the last couple sessions talking about tips to intermittent fasting. And we've gone through two of them. And today is our third and final one. And I just want to give you a quick recap of the prior 21 that we've done. Number one, start slow. Number two, do not start with ADF or alternate day fasting. Number three, understand what a clean fast is. Number four, plan according to your schedule. Number five, drink a sparkling water when you're feeling hungry. The bubbles help take away that. Number six, delay cooking or prep your food. Seven, plan your weekly meals. Eight, clearly define your reason, or as Weight Watchers would say, your why. Number nine, understand that breakfast is the most important meal. Mentality is not right. It's not correct. It's a fallacy. Number 10, drink lots of water. Number 11, drink lots of water. You get my drift there. Number 12, stay occupied. Go out and do some things. Just be careful. Don't be fasting and then go shopping. You'll spend a lot of money. Number 13, or buy a lot of food. Don't compare to others. 14, don't get caught up with being on the scale. 15, measure monthly and take pictures. 16, decide what diet without dieting. In other words, you want vegan, keto, whatsoever, Mediterranean. 17, don't view as a diet, but as a lifestyle. 18, remember the honesty pants. We talked about that in the last session. 19, remember nothing is off limits. 20, feel free to diary for 30 to 90 days, but don't get caught up with diarying or writing things down. And then number 21 was the last one we talked about. And that is get enough sleep, 7, 8, 9 hours as you get into the intermittent fasting. So we're going to end up with the final 21 through 31. So Carol, why don't you go ahead and do the first one, number 21, or number 22, I'm sorry.
Number 22, create a simple daily exercise routine. I have listened to some podcasts, Jen's podcast on intermittent fasting story, and there are some people who don't do any exercise.
Yeah, and I'm limited because I'm a surviving stroke victim, still with issues on my right side. And so Carol has gotten a couple items for us that are pretty simple. Why don't you tell them what our hobbies are now?
Our hobbies?
As far as the exercising.
Okay, so we're doing a vibration plate, which Jen talks about in her podcast, which is really good for strengthening your muscles. It's also good for building bone if you have osteoporosis. But like anything, you should ask your doctor before you start any exercise routine.
Remember, we're not doctors. We're
Nope.
just here to talk about intermittent fasting. So we may give, I don't even want to say it's advice. We may tell you things we do, but always take it in the context of checking with your doctor, especially when talking about exercising.
And I'll put up a little picture of a vibration plate so you can see what they look like. And you can stand on it. You can do exercises on it. It's good for your lymphatic system. It helps it get moving. And we also just started a rebounder, which I really, really like.
It's a trampoline. It's a mini trampoline, and I've had too much fun with it.
Yeah, we put on some music. I'm gonna probably show you a couple pictures of Michael jumping on it, but we have fun with it. And I'm not a person who loves exercise, especially if it seems like exercise. So you need to get something for me that's fun. I used to love swimming. We don't have a pool at the moment, so
Yeah, and my favorite exercising was walking before my stroke, but that's way too difficult for me. A while ago, a couple years ago, she bought an exercise bike. We were doing that pretty religiously, but I'm telling you, this rebounder
It's more fun.
It is more fun, and it's a better workout than
Yeah, it is.
a much better workout. And you can add some motions to it, and I'll give her permission to share my one of my videos on it. And my favorite song is Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers, and his song. What's the song?
What a Fool Believes.
Yeah, What a Fool Believes. Perfect timing to this. Perfect timing. All right, we've gone on long enough with that one.
You mean you've gone on long enough?
Well, yeah, I've gone on long enough. We
Yeah.
all know that. Number 23, be consistent. Trust me, easier said than done. Initially for us, it was really easy because we were excited, but just be consistent.
Well, for me, I've found out that if I go off course, it's harder to get back on. So just try in my app, our Zero app, our fasting app, which we talked about last part 1 or part 2. Part 2. This is part 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, but you can see every day. You can set your goal. We want to get at least 20 hours of fasting in before we eat. So our app tells us when we're getting close if we don't already know. And it's nice to look at the calendar for the whole month and see all the green days showing us that we've met our goal.
Next one.
The next one is periodically adjust your window. And we do that on the weekends. We'll have a day where we eat twice, but just because it's the weekend and we might want to go out with friends, we might want to go out for breakfast, just whatever's going on. I always like to look at my week and see, okay, what's happening this week? Who's coming to visit? Am I having a special party or meeting and they're going to serve food then I may adjust my window and eat earlier. And also finish eating earlier, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we typically do our double meal day on a Sunday. We did it yesterday. So again, the flexibility there, because tonight we're filming this on Super Bowl Sunday, and we're letting you know that we'll be rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles.
She will be.
That's why she's wearing the green.
Oh, is that their color?
For the Eagles. She doesn't even know.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I like college football. I don't.
Yeah,
NFL.
we'll both agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Go Buckeyes! We filmed one, and my Buckeyes won the national championship. So, all right, next one. Carol debated this one. I've heard this, and I think it's wise. But basically, the suggestion is don't fast when you're not feeling well.
This is number 25. Right?
Yeah, that's number 25.
Okay.
And the reasonings that I've heard is, of course, your body needs strength to fight back. And if you're fasting, intermittent fasting, then you miss out on the nutrients that you need. Again, it seems like some are going to maybe disagree with that, but
I disagree.
She disagrees, but we kept it in there.
Really, it depends on how you feel. If you want to keep fasting and you feel, you're not feeling good because you're sick, but it also helps your immune system to fast. So, and it gives your body, instead of digesting food, it's spending more time fighting off. So
it's you gave me a saying when what was that weird saying you said? Something
starve a cold, feed a fever, or
starve
is it the
a cold?
Other way?
Oh, so if you use that saying starve a cold, that means don't fast.
No, that means do fast. Don't feed yourself.
Forget it.
You feed the fever.
I'm not going to win this. I am not going to win the argument. I'm not going to win the argument. So, all right, you go on to the next one, number 26.
The next one is eat window-worthy foods. If you've been fasting all day and it's time to eat, you're going to want to eat something that tastes good. You don't want to, I hate to say it, go to Taco Bell. Well, you might want to, but
you can go to Steak and Shake.
Well, anyway, so you want to go somewhere really good,
Steak and Shake,
or make your own food. I think the longer we fast, the more we crave really good food.
That's true. Especially greens. That's one of the things we both experience.
We both become more of a food snob. If we put something in our mouth and we don't like it, it's like, get rid of that, and we don't eat it.
Yeah, that is absolutely true. Number 27. I don't know if I like saying that one. We just talked about nothing's off the table.
No, nothing's off the table. But if you aren't losing weight, or maybe you've hit a plateau, then you would want to do number 27.
I'll say it is limit your sweets.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to, but if you've hit a plateau, I'm on a plateau right now, unfortunately. And these things come and they go, but I also know that I've been exercising more, so maybe my body's just adjusting.
But, again, I hope you realize that I am kidding.
You're kidding about limiting sweets?
Yeah, it's a shortfall of mine.
A shortfall?
What's the word?
A shortcoming? A shortfall?
You don't want to get into... You don't want to get into my stories.
No, we don't. Okay, so moving right along.
I will say this, the one she doesn't want me to tell is I once, instead of saying Lone Ranger, I referred to me as a lone shark. Please don't ask the story.
They can't ask, they can only listen. Well, I guess they could leave a comment.
They could. All right, so that was number 7.
So yeah, limit. We went a whole week without eating anything.
Yes,
sweet.
yes, we did.
So you can do it.
Yeah, it can be done.
If you are realizing you're not losing like you want to, then you do need to look at what you're doing and decide what you can tweak. As Jen says, tweak it till it's easy, and maybe you need to limit your sweets for a little while. You're just delaying for a little while.
Yeah, delay, don't deny.
Right.
Which is Jen's book. I will say this, on the sweets, I've converted, I know I've said this before, I've always hated dark chocolate. Now that's my go-to chocolate. I don't do milk chocolate anymore. Well, I still love white chocolate. That's by far my favorite.
I'm getting hungry talking about this stuff.
But dark chocolate is better for you than milk chocolate. And I was glad to hear that. All right, number 28. This one is new for us.
Is try organic. Now that you're saving so much money by not eating as much, you can quit saving so much money and buy better food. So
yeah,
we do organic now when we can find it,
and it's noticeably different. Now I will say this: there've been a couple items that we have found organic, and it just almost looks nasty sometimes. I forget what it's been like.
What are we talking about? You mean like vegetables?
Yeah, like I think it was the organic lettuce that just didn't seem full, but we really have gone to the organic. I think we've told you.
We try to get organic meats now.
Yes. Yeah, organic. We love going to Trader Joe's. It's the place that we've seen the most organic substances.
Costco has a lot of
Costco
organic.
does. Myers has a lot of organic items. We found things online. And this year, I have a gentleman that does a lot of work for our house. And he's making us 2 raised, or actually a large U-shaped raised garden, because again, my stroke, I can't get down. Yeah, and so we're going to be doing a lot of organic. Carol already started doing an organic
herb garden.
Herb garden, and so
in
she's
my window.
In her well, in her literal window. We're not talking about eating window, but literal window that she has an herb garden going. All right, number 29. Is it my turn? I think it is my turn. Yeah, 29. Eat heavy protein. I'm sorry. Yeah, heavy protein. A lot of protein. Right. And healthy fats, because we all know, without, again, going in a lot of detail, we've heard the healthy fats, unhealthy fats. And
what are the healthy fats?
Healthy fats are, I don't know.
Olive oil?
Oh, yeah, olive oil.
And then when you need to cook something at a high heat, use avocado oil.
We've been doing that a whole lot. I'm now doing my steaks that way with avocado oil instead of...
We pop popcorn in the microwave in avocado oil.
Right. And give them some examples of bad fats, like potato chips.
Well, any kind of processed vegetable oil is not good for you.
I wish I brought it over.
Seed oil is not good for you.
Carol now, she found air fried potato chips.
Oh yeah.
Which are real good. She'll show you that when you'll see this when it films.
I mean, you probably shouldn't have chips too much, but when we do, we have good ones.
When it's like that commercial. When I eat chips, I eat
chips.
Healthy chips.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I think that's a beer commercial, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess
Well,
so.
how did you know?
I don't know.
Well, you just said, I guess. Moving on.
All right. What's the next one?
It's number 30. You can
number
look up.
30. Use herbs and spices generously.
Generously.
And salt and pepper if you need.
Yeah. Spices just spice up the meal, and it really activates your taste buds, which is part of the feeling full process. And so it'll help to...
It satiates you. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. How do you spell it?
I don't know.
I-T. I got her. I got her.
Go ahead. What's the next one?
Did I do that one? I wanted to finish with the I-T.
No.
How do you spell it?
You
did her number 31. I was wrong. I said 21 to 31. It'll be 32 altogether. Try 30 days. This ties in with the sweets. Just try 30 days and go without sweets except for foods that are naturally sweet. So when we did our 30 day, we did take foods that were naturally sweet, like fruit. You're looking
like cherries and like fruit. Okay.
Yeah, we did eat food that were naturally sweet, but
foods that were naturally sweet. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I just said. Okay. But try 30 days. We did it. It wasn't easy. I will say this: it was tougher at first, sort of like fasting.
Anything's tough at first, but then your body gets used to it.
Yeah, so try going 30 days without any unnaturally sweet fruit. And we've already talked back in our whole list of the 32, stay away from processed foods.
Right.
And so that's part of that element as well.
And what do you mean by ultra processed foods? Because foods are processed so much that your body doesn't even know you're eating food. It doesn't even recognize it. That's why you're still hungry, because your body hasn't gotten the nutrients it needs. But if you start eating whole, unprocessed food, lots of veggies, good protein, healthy fats, your body is going to know when it's full, and you're going to be able to listen to your body, and you will know.
Yeah, one of the things we've learned from Jen, I know we've mentioned her a lot because that's where we were first trained and still listen to her. But basically, if it's in a box or a bag, it's ultra processed. That's the mindset. Not everything, but the mindset, especially if you're buying it in a grocery store. If it's boxed or bagged, it's unnatural and it's ultra processed. So you get the last one, my sweetie, number 32.
I just did that. That was avoid processed foods.
Well, we just said that, but that we didn't do it. That's the last one, is avoid processed foods. I dovetailed into it.
Okay. 32. Is that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did it. I was trying to think if I had any more tips to tell right now. I guess not.
After doing 32?
Just keep going.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Keep going.
Even when Carol talked about hitting a plateau,
I'm on a plateau. It's not fun. Boo.
Yeah. But you keep at it. Stay consistent, and it'll come off, and it'll work.
Yeah.
So any final tips? We've done quite a few. 32, literally 31 since I.
But like we said, we're still learning, so we might at some point have more for you. But those are our main ones. But when I get hungry, I get out my sparkling water, and the hunger passes. It definitely passes.
Yeah, that today, again, I mentioned that typically Sundays are a 2-meal day. Today is not, because we did it yesterday.
Yep.
And first thing I did when we came home from church was got me
Took a nap.
No, I did the water first. Gosh.
He did have some water. Then he took a nap.
That's
And I did laundry and I cleaned out a cabinet.
Oh, do. Yeah, what is it? We said don't compare.
I'm going to tell you, we're doing tips, not benefits. Well, I was going to tell you another benefit.
Well, tell them. You already started.
That intermittent fasting spills over into other areas of your life. It's not just, it's true.
Well, give me an example.
I've become so organized now. Like I want to, because I have all this energy, it's almost like being on steroids.
But she still leaves the doors open.
And the cabinets sometimes.
Well, that's what I meant.
But at least what's behind the door is nice and organized.
She always wins these arguments. I'm telling you. I'm like 0 for 11, I think, this week or something like that. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the 3-week segment on the tips to intermittent fasting. We will get back to cooking next week.
Maybe we'll do something else. But we are going to cook something.
You know what we'll do? We'll do a whole segment.
Leave some comments on what you'd like us to do.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never thought about that. We could, because I was thinking maybe I'll do an episode on the rebounder while you do the...
Or maybe we can do a giveaway again.
Oh, yeah, we should do a giveaway.
We should.
Okay, it's
so
been a
leave
while.
us some comments and let us know. And please
subscribe. We keep growing, but we want to hit that 100. So until then, I'm Michael.
And I'm Carol.
And this is What the Scale.